Hello, I am about to prep my motorcycle windscreen to ride in the rain. First off, I have learned that Rain-X and products made for glass do not work on plastic windscreens. What I have found that works is carnauba wax. I like this brand. They're not compensating me to tell you about it, but this actually has a cleaner in it. So what I'm gonna do, and what you're gonna watch me do, is apply this liberally onto my windscreen, my visors and my goggles, anything that's gonna get rain on it that I want it to bead off. So here we go. So basically, I am applying it like a lot. The object of the game is to build up a layer of film, just like you would on your quarter panels of your car. And this is fairly safe to use. And I do it multiple times. Even if I don't wash my bike, I do this constantly. You can put it on your headlights, your plastic lenses. I like to put it on the inside too, so that when I'm in commuter traffic and the hot engine is fogging up the inside of my windscreen, it will bead up and run off as well. Kind of like a similar product of Fog-X, the sister product to Rain-X. If you've ever seen a used motorcycle with a yellow tinge to it, what the owner has been doing is been cleaning it with glass products, like a glass cleaner with ammonia in it, and that gives an older windscreen a brown yellow tinge. If you must use a glass cleaner on your plastic windscreen, make sure that it's ammonia free. There is a product that I like called Spray Away. Aerosol can, sprays on, no ammonia in it, will get the job done. But as I said, if you find a product like Meguiar's carnauba wax, it comes with a cleaning agent in this. So I like to put this stuff on all of my gear that's going to be between me, my vision, and say the elements, including my full face visors. Now for me, I have found that yeah, you can quickly hit it on the helmet, but then you're gonna get, as you can kind of see it builds up, it's just like waxing your car. So for me, I take it off of the helmet and I do it like so. I let it sit for about a good 5-10 minutes and then I buff it back off, blow it with some compressed air or aerosol air. That way particles aren't getting into my face, from the dust as, I was in a hurry or lazy. I don't typically run a polarized or tinted visor, but if I were to, and I wanted to make sure that the wax was not going to hurt the visor, I would remove it off of the helmet. I would then apply a little bit to the hinge part over here, like so. I would let it dry, and then I would buff it out to make sure that the abrasive quality of the cleaning wax isn't going to scratch up, say, a nice Oakley tinted visor. They can get pretty pricey from time to time. So I would take the visor off of the helmet, test a little spot, let it dry, buff it out. If it's pretty safe to use, then continue with it. That's my only disclaimer, because I don't want any blowback from somebody who messed up their nice visor with carnauba wax. I use this stuff on everything from my glasses to my goggles to my windscreen. And the trick of this is we're building a layer. We're building a layer and a layer and a layer. Every time I ride in the rain, some of it is being washed off. And every time I wash my bike, I am washing some of it off. So this is something that's safe to put on your windscreen, your goggles and stuff multiple times. And again, with a cleaning agent in the carnauba wax, you have a nice beaded window. The next part of this process is to let it dry for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna come, buff it off, and then if I need to, I'm gonna hit it again, let it dry, and buff it off. we don't need to show all that, so the next thing you'll see is me buffing it off and then probably spraying some water on it to show you how it works. So what I typically like to do is I like to let this wax sit on the surface for a while. You know, you can walk away for about, I like to walk away for a few minutes because of the cleaning agents that is actually in this product. It kind of works a little bit better if you let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. And as you can see, it does a fairly good job of getting the bug guts and road grime off of it. And of course, if I've had a really long road trip and it's really grimy, I'll hit it again, which I also recommend that too. If you, on your first application, you try to do this multiple times. And of course, just like your car, if you've got like little metal pieces and you were sloppy about it, just take a little soft bristle toothbrush, kind of get all that worked out. And I think it's also important to kind of point out that you want to use an uncontaminated soft terry cloth detail rag, I guess is what they call this stuff. And when I mean uncontaminated, you know, most rags around shops or in your shed or garage, you know, splinters in it, dust and that kind of stuff. Even though plastic is a little bit more resilient than, say, glass and chrome, if you got like metal flakes from the shop in your rag and you're scrubbing on your windscreen, it's not good. It doesn't go really well. You're gonna scratch it up. But I'll knock this out. And I've already done the inside. But you know, this is a really nice product. It actually smells pretty good too. Almost like it's exotic. And of course, yeah, so at this point, since I've already, I did it before I came up to Kentucky. I got a pretty, and I didn't wash the bike. I would probably do another one, you know, if I was expecting to be riding through rain, but I use this on everything. I use this on my full faces. You kind of get the point as I'm buffing on this. I went ahead and tested that polarized one and it seemed to do just fine. And as you can see, other than the big old drop mark on the visor, that's mainly why I don't run tinted visors, is because you're gonna drop it. But we keep working it around just like you would on your car. If you were buffing the hood or the fenders, the door of your car, just keep buffing and buffing and buffing. And the whole idea is you're building a layer of film of this carnauba wax on there. Of course, I'll do a little bit better job, but you can even put it when I ride my 3/4 helmet or my novelty helmet. This is what I'm using. And as you can see, it doesn't hurt the polarization or the tint. I don't know if you can see that very well. It doesn't really scratch it all that much. But it makes a big difference between 45 miles an hour and 65 on the highway and a torrential downpour to bead that water up. I'm gonna finish buffing this up and then I'm gonna spray both windshields and show you the difference. So this is my brother's windscreen. It's untreated, which that will change, but this is pretty much what you see with road spray riding in the rain. You'll notice it kind of just collects and it stays. And it can be very frustrating. You have to be doing about 75 to 80 miles an hour to get it to roll off. Let's go over to the treated one and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is the windshield on my bike that's going to ride in the rain. See how it just beads up and rolls off. A lot better than an untreated one. Now, let me put the phone inside a helmet and show you what you'll see in your full face. Hi. Much better. So this trick was showed to me a few years back, and I've been riding for a while, and I tried all of the glass products, and I tried to get everything in the world that I possibly could, because it's just a matter of when, not if, you get caught in the rain, and vision is so important. So when that old head showed me this little carnauba wax trick, it was a godsend, and I'm really confident now when I ride in the rain. At least vision speaking. I can't speak for the other cars. Again, the product that I particularly like is Meguiar's, and it is a carnauba wax with a cleaning agent in it. You can pick them up at any box store or auto parts store, and it does real good. It does come with a little pad to put it on, and I like it so much that I even keep it in my saddlebags, because you never know when you're getting caught in the rain. If you like videos like this, motorcycle related content, gear reviews, technology, motorcycles, like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and till next time, ride safe, ride sober.